time, we would like to recognize the 2000-2001 senior members of the downtown area high school layout. The first senior is Chris Boyer. Chris is a member of the percussion section. He is the band vice president and has been in the band for 5 years. He is escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rich Boyer. The next speaker is Jeremiah Thomas. Jeremiah is a member of the trumpet section and has been in the band for 4 years. He is escorted by his parents, Gary and Susan Thomas. The next speaker is Melissa Fabian. Melissa is a member of the color guard and keyboard guard. She is the only veteran and has been in the band for 5 years. She is escorted by her parents, Leslie and Jack Fabian. Next is Jake Pratt. Jake is a member of the horn and metalphone section. He is the band secretary and has been in the band for 6 years. He is escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. John and Ann Pratt. The next senior is Tim Gasparetti. Tim is a member of the color guard and indoor guard. He plays the field and squad band. He is a guard captain for 3 years and has been in the band for 6 years. He is escorted by her parents, Jason and Mary Gasparetti. Next is Tara DeLuna. Tara is a member of the ballad and clarinet section and has been in the band for 6 years. She is escorted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. George DeLuna. The next senior is Sue Allen. Sue Allen is a member of the horn and saxophone section and has been in the band for 7 years. She is escorted by her brother, Trevor Simmons, and her grandfather, George Simmons. The next senior is Devin Warner. Devin is a member of the clarinet section. She is a band librarian and has been in the band for 5 years. She is escorted by her father, Mr. Dennis Thorne. The next senior is Michael O'Flaherty. Michael is a member of the trumpet section and has been in the band for 6 years. He is escorted by his dad, Mr. and Mrs. Daniel O'Flaherty. Next is Ed Petrocelli. Ed is a member of the trumpet section and has been in the band for 5 years. He is escorted by his parents, Ed and Don Petrocelli. The next senior is April Polonsky. April is a member of the color guard and indoor guard. She is a color guard captain and has been in the band for 5 years. She is escorted by her mother, Patty Polonsky. Our next senior is Kristen Sikora. Kristen is a member of the color guard and indoor guard. She has been in the band for 5 years. She is escorted by her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Leonard and Amy Adelaide. Next is Sharon Stellar. Sharon is a member of the horn and metalphone section and has been in the band for 6 years. She is the daughter of Judy Stellar and Phil Walter, and she is escorted by her father, Judy Stellar. Our last senior is Amy Cotton. Amy is a member of the baritone section. She is the band president and she has been in the band for 9 years. She is the daughter of Tony Galavina and she is escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Mark Galavina.
Andrea! What was I on?
Yesterday, Becky.
Definitely somebody's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior members of the Mount Carmel Area High School Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Carmel, site of the Silver Bowl, where tonight the Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornadoes, 9-0 on the season, entertain the Selinsgrove Seals, 8-1 on the season. There are more angles to this game than you'll find in a bag full of obtuse triangles. I mean, they are just angles galore. Let's set some of them up for you. Mount Carmel Area, if they win, they control their own destiny. No one or nothing can change that. A win here puts them into the district playoff and a home stand for both games. That's as big as it gets, you think? Think again. Mount Carmel Area, the Red Tornadoes, the program, the tradition, the ritual of Red Tornado football sits perched tonight at 699 wins. There are 4 other high schools in the country that have more numbers than that. Tonight, if they win, Mount Carmel Area will be the first team in Pennsylvania history to reach 700 wins. Now, if that's not big enough, let's remember, Wayne, this game last year where the Seals came out at their own stadium, came back and packed a licking on Mount Carmel Area, broke the quarterback's hand, sent us down to defeat and into the playoffs on a down note, although we did manage to win the rest of the games until the state playoff. So we got revenge going. But there is no other bigger football game than you're going to watch in the one you're watching tonight.
This game here, I'll tell you what, has all the atmosphere of a state championship game. In the town, all the articles in the paper, the editorial the other day in the paper from one of the former football players, and it's great to see how many different people we have picked out in the stands tonight, Warren, that we haven't seen in years, have come back to cheer this team on tonight. They know it's going to be a difficult game. This team coming in on the other side of the field, the Selinsgrove Seals come in with 18 returning lettermen from last year. What more can you say than that? I'm telling you what.
There's one more. Vine Street Sandwich Shop just brought up a meat tray, and it's over now.
What a guy.
I thought we couldn't go any further than this, and we just did.
And thanks to Joe Gushin for that.
God love him.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, they do have a big team over there. They've prepared all season long. They were talking about an undefeated season from day number 1 down in Selinsgrove. The Tornadoes coming in from last week with an impressive win up in Wyalusing, up in God's country up there. The Selinsgrove Seals coming off of a loss from Montoursville. Again, we look at the last 2 games that they played, one against Southern Area, and Southern Area came back in the second half and pretty much did what they wanted to do. They had a few turnovers, I think three or four turnovers in the fourth quarter that really hurt Southern Area. Showed that they could play with this team. Montoursville comes up last week and really stuck it to Selinsgrove. There's no reason in the world why this team here cannot come off with the win tonight, Warren.
Absolutely. Both programs, the Seals are coming off a cycle here where they got a lot of seniors and they were playing some good football for the last 2 or 3 years. It was a program that had a heck of a time getting rolling over the years, but it's truly one of the premier AAA programs in the state of Pennsylvania, and especially here on the eastern side of the state. I mean, they truly have high hopes, and with good reason to believe they may go to Hershey themselves this year. So this is probably the toughest game of the year, and I know we talked about some great football games, and we saw some very good football teams over the time of this season. But it all boils down to one game here. Selinsgrove dearly needs to win this game. If they don't, they will get seated lower. They'll move on the road into the districts, and that's something they don't want to do. So, there's as much at stake for us as it is for them. Everything is here. The stands are packed, ladies and gentlemen. They are packed. I mean, we are standing around everywhere of this stadium trying to catch this game. The Selinsgrove Seals have brought an enormous away crowd.
And they were here early.
They were here very early.
Yes.
So, I mean, everything's in place here. Yasenchak, the big guy, number 6, gets set to kick off down there. In the middle is number 44. That's Lawver. You're going to hear and see a lot of him. 33 on the other side, Mitterling. And I'm catching the number on the guy on this. It's going to go to the guy I didn't know, naturally. 32, and there he goes right up the middle. Big yardage, still running. And a great run by Eric Hackenberg. And he takes the Seals up over the 35-yard line to about the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, Selinsgrove. And we'll begin to see that vaunted offensive attack. They will run much of their offense as an option offense. Although they are versatile, you'll see many different looks, and they are not adverse to throwing from all of their formations. So the first play from scrimmage, you got Mitterling and Lawver back there in back of Leidick. And Leidick is he's going to hand it off to number 33, and that's Mitterling. He'll cross over the 40-yard line to about the 41-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and about 4 yards on the carrier. So to open up the game for the Seals, actually about 5. So 2nd and 5 now for Leidick. And the combination of 44 and 33, Mitterling and Lawver, is a formidable one. This time Mitterling again, he finds an opening, and he takes it for a 1st down just inside Seal territory at about the 48-yard line, where it's 1st and 10.
Some good interior blocking for the Seals. They pulled the guard on that play, kicked out the defensive end, opened up a hole there for Lawver to cut through.
As I said, you'll see a varied offense. They can do a lot of things, and they can do a lot of things very good. The other guy you want to watch out there is number 77, Browse on the line. He apparently is considered and is an all-state player. Again, Mitterling. And this time Mitterling's hit, but still moving, and Mitterling breaks through the pack, and he's loose. He's going to be chased by Matsura, and Matsura will bring him down, but not before he gets down to the 15-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. And they are just opening holes. But again, that was some poor tackling on the Red Tornado side, as he was touched several times. It's 1st and 10 from exactly the 15-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
And they said this team has an explosive set of halfbacks that will hit the hole very quickly. They don't have the bursting speed, but the initial speed is very quick.
Mitterling again, the same type of play. This time Ziegler reads it, and he throws him for a 5-yard loss back to about the 20-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 15 now for the Seals, as Ziegler all over that play.
Yeah, Ziegler was ready to turn him up. Mitterling tried to get to the outside, and all Ziegler did was step back into the defensive backfield or offensive backfield a little bit further to make the tackle.
This time Leidick's going to go back to pass. He looks downfield and he finds number 87, Bettel. Bettel's the big tight end. He takes it down to the 10-yard line, where about the 11. It'll be a 3rd down and about 6 as he hits the big tight end.
They put some motion in there. Very quick pass. The quarterback only took one step back and came right up and fired the ball.
So 3rd down, when they place it down, it's 3rd and 7 now. Ball on the 11-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. Again, Leidick now the option, you see, and he gets it back to number 44, the big guy, and 44 takes it in for the score. That's Lawver on the score as we see the option for the first time from the Seals, and just like that, it's Selinsgrove 6, Mount Carmel area 0 here in this game.
Yeah, the option play worked very well. They had the lead blocker out there, took that lead man away from the quarterback, made the pitch, and there was nobody coming up to protect the outside.
Seals will set up for the extra point attempt. Number 45, that's Ryan Rumberger, will set up an attempt to kick the extra point for the Seals. He puts it up, and it is good. So at the 9:17 mark of the first period, it is Selinsgrove Seals 7 and Mount Carmel area 0, and that was a very impressive first drive. Take a look at this replay here, and you can see Lawver gets the ball. Look at the room as Dillo is being occupied down there by the end. And he is just tough to stop down there. Dillo finally tried to make the tackle, but he could not get up in time. And Lauber, with a head of steam, was hard to bring down. So you can understand where you run a lot of different offenses here, and then you got to also defend that option. It's gonna be a tough night for the Red Tornado defense.
You have 3 men to cover. You have the dive man, you have the quarterback to watch, and also you have the pitch man. So, somebody has to take account of that one-on-one coverage as they're running that play.
Yeah. Hackenberg lines it up. He's kicking down, of course, to Klea, Pilarski, and Veach, and he has a great leg, folks. We'll watch this one, but yeah, and there you see it. That's a great leg. So he drives Pilarski back to about his 7-yard line as he then heads upfield, and he's going to be stopped right over the 20-yard line at about the 21, where it'll be 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Selinsgrove come in with very intense emotions here at the beginning of this game from the opening kickoff. Coming down the field very hard, a lot of blocks, a lot of hard blocks, and especially on the kickoff here, looking pinched into the center of the field and looking for the ball right away.
The first offensive play here for the Red Tornadoes as we give it to Veach, and Veach cuts around the end, then up, and Veach is going to go for nice yardage up to just about the 29.5-yard line. He'll bring up a 2nd down and about 1 as he picks up 9 on the play.
Selinsgrove comes in. They'll run a 4-4 at you, make you open up those holes and run. Now, Tornadoes again have seen the 4-4 at least 4 or 5 times this season so far. So the blocking scheme hasn't changed or will not change that much for them.
Veach the other side now. Veach crosses over the 30-yard line up to about the 34-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10, Mount Carmel area.
Now that time, Selinsgrove comes in, they jump into a 5-2 defense, puts a nose guard right above Randy Swank, trying to pinch into the center.
Big front line for the Seals, maybe the biggest defensive line we've seen outside of Southern, maybe.
This is the biggest team I think we've seen so far this year.
Ziegler right up the middle, and Ziegler gains about 3 yards on a play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Red Tornadoes. Nice play, a nice inside play at a time. That one you don't disguise much. He was the only back in the backfield. I mean, you're either going to hand it off to him or you're going to pass, pretty much is what we do. And a nice blocking right at the point of the attack of that play. This time Shinsky's going to pass. He looks for room. He has number 21 just out of his reach there as Matsura had broken free. They lost Matsura in the coverage, and Shinsky couldn't get it to him. But there's a play I think we'll see again before this night is over.
Not only that, but Dallas was also 5 yards downfield, completely open also. Both in the same zone there, about maybe 10 yards apart. Some good blocking. Seals were blitzing their linebackers that time. Their 2 outside linebackers. The line for the Tornadoes gave Dave a lot of time so he could turn around and look at his receiver.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 now for the Red Tornadoes.
Look at this.
The ball at their own 37-yard line. Shinsky back to pass, and he's looking, and he got it above the tight end's head. In fact, he threw that one very long under a lot of pressure. It'll bring up a 4th down, and the Red Tornadoes will be forced to punt as Shinsky will go back in punt formation.
Spread everybody out. We put trips. There was no linebacker in the middle of the field with Ziegler even standing there. That might be a play to come back with also to look at.
A little jittery here in offense, and that's to be expected. He gets it high, very high. Fair catch is called for, but it's bouncing in back of us, and we're going to see which way it goes. And it kind of goes laterally. It doesn't go one way or the other. Mount Carmel area downs it right at the Selinsgrove Seal 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Seals.
Well, Tornadoes just have to make some adjustments here in this series of downs defensively, just to pick up on the option, because I'm sure we're going to see the option play again coming around.
So Leidick brings him up. And he's got it to the big guy, Lauber, and Lauber's free. He's going to be brought down finally down there by Lantini, but not before he picks up the first down over midfield in the Mount Carmel area territory at the 48-yard line, and the Seals are currently having their way right now on offense.
Yeah, there's some good trap blocking down inside the center of that line to open up some big holes there.
Leidig back to pass. Again, a quick one. He gets it out to number 22. That's Dwayne Park. Park still rolling. And again, the Seals are very elusive right now and trying to get him down onto the ground. Park gets it down to the Mount Carmel area, just about the 37-yard line, where I think it's either very close or a first down.
Yeah,
It is a 1st and 10. And the Seals continue to drive here on their second offensive series. Mitterling, and Mitterling is dropped immediately
by Brown. Dave Brown came through. Great play from the nose guard position and makes a beautiful tackle in the backfield.
So loss on the play now, loss of about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Seals. It's the kind of play it's going to take, as the Seals are pretty much intent on grounding out a game on the ground. That's where they do their best work. But again, Leidig, a very talented passer, a very quick passer. Mitterling again, a little bit of a delay play, and Mitterling goes upfield. He's stopped about the Mount Carmel area 32-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Let's see where they finally put it there. 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, Vince came through the hole that time. Beautiful. I don't know how he missed them. They just passed each other right by.
See, 3rd and about 6, where they finally put the ball down at. So a 3rd down for Leidig, and he's going to go on that option play. They cover him, and big number 6 out there, Yasenchak, stops the ball carrier, and that was 44 for the Seals, Laver.
And that's the type of play that you need. That linebacker has to come up and take the pitch man automatically as soon as he sees the quarterback is ready to release the ball.
So it's a 4th down and 3 at the Mount Carmel area 30-yard line. The Seals will go for it here. Leidig's going to go back to pass. He finds Laver, 44, open. Laver all the way down to the 20-yard line before Lantini brings him down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Seals, and they look very, very efficient on offense right now.
I'll tell you what, they've run just about every play in the playbook at this point. They've not set any type of a set pattern up. They're coming out. They're looking for some open spots on different plays. Great play that time. Vincey got up in the air, and I thought he almost had the block on that, but a beautiful pass from the quarterback.
Well, 1st and 10 from the Seals, ball right at the Tornado 20-yard line. This time we're going to go option again. This time Leidig keeps it and turns it up himself. Fumbled. We're going to see which way they point, and Leidig looks like he fumbled it, but we're going to wait and see, and they did. Mount Carmel area has recovered the Leidig fumble down along the 14 or 13-yard line of the Red Tornadoes, so the Seals turn the ball over on the option play.
I think Vincey hit him pretty hard on the side. He was coming through, and he was trying to switch hands, I think, with the ball to get it away from the defender, and Vincey hit him just at the opportune moment.
So the Red Tornadoes turn the Seals away. Veach trots off the field here as we get ready, as Pilarski goes in, and I'm not sure what John's problem is as he gets to the sideline. And they're not doing anything with him. Doc Greco's talking to him now a little bit. I think he might be cut. He is. He has a cut, and they're going to patch the cut up is exactly what they're doing. As you know, you can't have any blood. Right up the middle goes Aaron Ziegler, and he pounds some big yardage out there.
Nice run by Aaron. Some good blocking on the right side of that Tornado line, but some very tough running by Aaron Ziegler.
Tough run by Ziegler there. He picks up about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Pilarski still in the lineup. Veach is out. And Shinsky's going to pass, and he looks over and he finds Clea on that little curl pattern. Clea takes it upfield. He's still moving, and Clea up over the 30-yard line, up to the 32-yard line of the Red Tornadoes, where it'll be a first down.
Clea's the type of guy that defender must make the tackle immediately. Josh has a great way of just coming back to the ball 2 yards. He takes that one extra step towards the line and sheds off the defender very, very good. Makes either a cut to the inside or to the outside like he did there for the extra yardage.
Veach comes back in and Pilarski stays in now as we hand it to Ziegler right up the middle, and Ziegler's going to bang it out. He's stopped by 87, Bettel. But not before he picks up another 5 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Going to the left side of the line, number 55, Dave Shoppy. Number 69, Nick Cuff. Randy Swank, the center. The right tackle, or the right guard, number 50, Matt Booker. Number 59, Nick Birster. And of course, number 6, the tight end, Vince Jasenchak.
Veach back in the tailback position now, and it's going to go to him right up the middle. He's got some big yardage as he comes up over the 45-yard line to about the 46, and he hit Bettel like a train. Big number 87 brought him down, but paid a little bit of the price on that play.
I'll tell you what, he had a head of steam going through there, and he was running with some intensity. He's lucky, they're lucky they made the tackle at that point.
Now it's 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 minutes and 46 seconds here remaining in the first period of play, with the Seals leading 7-0. Veach coming around the close side here.
Nice cut.
Up over to 50, down, and he's going to go out of bounds, and I'm not sure where he's going to go because the ref ran with him, but I believe he's going to be down to the Seal 44-yard line. That's where 43-yard line where they finally place it. So a nice run by John, and of course another first down for the Red Tornadoes as they are now in Seal territory at the Seal 43.
Now there's something we had known that number 40, Aaron Ziegler, was a little hurt, and we were told that he'd be on more defense than he would be on offense, and here he is. He's back in the game again in this series.
Ziegler up the middle this time, and Ziegler still pounding out yardage.
Look at that.
He pounds down over the 40-yard line, all the way down to the 39-yard line. That is tough inside running by number 40, Ziegler. He was hit several times, but they couldn't bring him down. He's going to come out with a shoulder pad problem, and big number 31, Dave Brown, takes his place on the offensive formation. Not the only way you're going to get him out of the game is bust something he's wearing, because other than that, he's pretty tough. It's Matt Sewer in motion on this play. He looks to pass again over there, and he's got number 21, Matt Sewer, and Matt Sewer is going to pick up the first down. He brought down by Bettel, number 87.
Yeah, Bettel, I'll tell you what, Bettel was right on top of Mansour. He had good coverage on him. Dave had a lot of time to look over the receivers and just got it over Bettel's head.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. The ball now down at the Seal 31-yard line as the Red Tornadoes have pieced together a offensive drive here as the first quarter is winding down. Pitch to Veach to the near side. He cuts it back up over the 30-yard line, still moving down to the 25-yard line of the Seals. And he is running like I have never, and I thought I saw it all from him.
Yeah, I haven't seen John run with this intensity, and he's just focused on what he needs to do and where he has to run tonight. Some nice cuts. You take a look at number 50. Matt Booker was coming out to block, and John waited until the very last second, squirted around the back of Matt to pick up the extra yardage.
Well, 2nd down and about 4. Right up the middle goes Ziegler. He's going to get down to about the 20-yard line or so, and it looks like enough for a first down, depending where they place it. It is first down.
Now, most of the time, Aaron is running off guard in between the guard and the tackle, either left side or right side. That time, he picked right over the top of number 59 for us, Nick Birster, and cut more to his right, more going towards between the end and the tackle.
Pitch to Veach going the other way this time. He's trying to get around the end. Some nice running that time. He made a nice cut there. Number 42 on the play. That's Brubaker for the Seals. But Veach goes down to about the 16-yard line. It'll gain of about 4. It'll bring a 2nd and 6, and John has a helmet problem, which he just fixed.
Boy, that was student body, both defense and offense.
KMC TV 13. We broadcast directly from the campus at Mount Carmel Area High School every Wednesday night of football season at 8 p.m., courtesy of the Service Electric Cable System on Channel 13. We want to welcome everybody in the Selinsgrove Sunbury area who's watching this game tonight. We appreciate Service Electric and the ability of Service Electric to do this and let this happen for you people to see this game and for those of you who couldn't get to the game tonight. So we welcome all of you to a great football game. Your Seals out to the lead right now. And now, just for one moment, try to listen to some of our sponsors before we get ready for the second quarter. Okay, 2nd down and 6. The ball down on the Seal 17-yard line. Mount Carmel area is driving. They're behind by a touchdown. And Shinsky will bring him up, the big tight end in Yasenchak over there on the one side as Shinsky brings him up. And he gives it to Ziegler, and Ziegler is going to cut over that left side. He cuts it over the 15 down to about the 14-yard line.
Now that's the play we sort of saw before where Ziegler was the only back, and we ran trips to the right-hand side and spread the Seals defense out a little bit.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 now for the Red Tornadoes, sitting at the 14-yard line. Matsura goes in motion to the right. We're going to give it to Veach, and Veach is going to pop it.
Oh.
And Veach all the way down to the 7-yard line of the Seals, where it's 1st and goal. Mount Carmel area from the 7-yard line.
Some nice blocking on the right side of that line for the Tornadoes. Over on that side, we have number 50, Matt Booker, number 59, Nick Bierster. And the tight end was brought over that time, number 6, Vince Senchak.
You can see from the end zone here, you saw that hole open up, folks, and there's no better view of it than you just saw right there out of our end zone camera. And you can see where he had the room to move. Again to Veach, right up the middle again, and Veach hammers himself over the 5-yard line down to the 3-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
No, even though John's getting hit at the line of scrimmage, he's running with that intensity that he's still picking up 2-3 yards on a tough run that time.
Pitch to Veach now as he finds his way down, and Veach puts it in. Touchdown. Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes at the 10-14 mark of the second quarter. They pull within 1 of the Seals now on a very impressive drive from the 13, where it began on that fumble recovery from Leidick.
And I'll tell you what, I think John was the one that recovered that ball down there on the 13-yard line.
But Dallas will come in to kick the extra point. Snap is back. Dallas pops it up, and he's going to be no good as he again pushes it to the right. So with the score now, Selinsgrove area 7 and the Red Tornadoes 6. The Red Tornadoes get ready to kick off.
Impressive drive. I'll tell you what, some nice play calling there, going either to the right or to the left. Carrier, when Zig was carrying the ball, one series of downs, he would run it up off guard. Another series, he would be off tackle coming up. John running very hard to the outside. Nice pass play there to Matsura, number 21, over on the Seal in front of the Seals bench there to pick up the 1st down. Great drive. That, I think, is what we needed. We've now, showed that we can play with this team, and now it's the defensive turn.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we've been hurt so far on the defensive side of the ball, as the Seals have been very, very impressive on offense here so far this evening. Yasenchak will kick it off. He's got Mitterling, Lauver, and Hackenberg deep for the Seals, and it's going to go over in the corner towards Hackenberg. Lets it bounce, and it bounces out of bounds. It'll bring the ball up to the 35-yard line of the Seals, where they're going to start 1st and 10. We look at Veach, and he entered the game tonight, Wayne, and again, I say these numbers, and I can't even believe I'm saying them. John Veach needed 84 yards to go over 6,000. And I just can't even believe a number like that. He's also 10 points shy. Now he's only 4 points shy of going over 500 points in his career here at Mount Carmel area. So it just continues to roll on. The Seals are going to make us kick now. Normally they would have gone back to the 35, but they want us to kick over again.
Well, the last the time we kicked before, they had a nice run back, if you remember. You know, they're going to put us 5 more yards back in the hole here. So they're looking at maybe getting the ball around the 15, 20-yard line.
All right. So a calculated risk here for the Seals, and they think they can gain more yardage on the return. So we'll see how that works as Jasenchek's now going to kick it off again. Same 3 back there for the Seals. This time Lawver, he takes it, you're right, about his 18-yard line. He comes right up the field with it. And he's brought down about the 39-yard line. So they gained 4 yards by making him kick it again. And they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 39.
Yeah, Jasenchek makes the stop on that, along with Johnny Kerpich, number 37.
Well, Leidick brings him up. Big defensive series for the Red Tornadoes, I think, as they need to stop the Seals. Right up the middle to the big guy, Lawver. Lawver piles up about 4 yards in the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Good play by Matsura. Matsura already had a blocker on him, one of the linemen from the Seals, driving him back, but he still makes the tackle 4 yards downfield.
Leidick will take the snap. He keeps it. He's going to pass. He looks downfield, and he finds the big guy, 87, Bettel. Bettel's brought down by number 26, Lentini, who saves really what would have been a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, great fake in the center of that line. Dive play. The quarterback made a beautiful move, dropped down low. You know, the ball looked like it was going up in the center of the line. He pops up and hits number 87 downfield.
Seals continue to look very impressive on offense. They are now in Mount Carmel area territory at the 32-yard line. And Leidick will go back to pass again, and again he looks for the big guy, 87 Bettel, and Bettel will take it down to the Mount Carmel area 19-yard line, and he is running free now. Leidick brings him up 1st and 10, and he's going to hand off to Mitterling this time, number 33, and Mitterling down to the Mount Carmel area 10-yard line as the Seals continue to shred the Red Tornado defense.
I'll tell you what, their blocking on offense is textbook. Everybody is where they are supposed to be at any one point in time, and they're blocking somebody.
So it brings up a 2nd down and 1, a 9-yard carry for Mitterling, and the Seals are driving. Right up the middle goes Lawver, and he's going to gain about a yard on the play down to the 8, very close to the 1st down there. We'll wait and see where they place it. They may want to measure this, depending where it goes down at. And they will. They'll take a timeout and they'll do a measurement here. Great supper club last night. It was absolutely packed. The crowd was wound up. I mean, it was just a great evening all around down there. The Matucci family, I can never say enough about them. Just a great all-around time. And if you're into football, again, you just got to be there. It's first and goal now, inside the 10-yard line, right at the 9 for the Seals. So 1st and goal from the 9, and there are 8 minutes and 8 seconds into the 2nd quarter. Defense, Mount Carmel area defense needs to stiffen. They're being pushed around a little bit, and they're unaccustomed to that, certainly so far this season anyway. You're going to see that option play, and Mitterling's trying to get around the end, and he's not going to do it. They bring him down over there, and that ends up getting off the pile. It's Clea, and you got Jasenchek over there, but Clea penetrated as they strung out the option, and that's exactly the way you play the option.
Well,
no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Maybe about a yard, just maybe second down and 8.
They had some very, very good penetration on the right-hand side that time. Number 50, Matt Booker came in and he forced the man back, and that was the reason why the quarterback Leidick had a pitch so early.
Offside, that's going to be 5 yards on the Seals as they moved right on the edge there. In fact, I think the guy in motion caught one of the linemen's eye, and he moved a little bit as he passed him. So it's a big 5-yard penalty now for the Seals. That's not where you want to get a 5-yard penalty at. So it's going to bring up second down now in about 13, a long 13 for the touchdown. It's second and goal from the 13. That drives a coach crazy when that kind of stuff happens to you. So Leidick brings him down and lines him up. He's going to go back to pass. I'm wondering if he's looking. It's a screen pass. It's tipped in the air.
And 87 caught it anyway.
Bedell caught it, but he caught it down at the 12-yard line. He gained about a yard on the play. Now third down and 13 for the touchdown, as that was a dangerous play as the ball got bounced up in the air a little bit.
Booker made a beautiful play that time. He stayed back, got his hands up, and he almost intercepted the ball.
Leidick brings him up. He'll go back to pass. Straight drop. He's looking. He's down in the corner down there. And he got it. He was looking for number 42. We're looking down there. 22. I'm sorry. He's looking for number 22 down there, Park. And threw it over his head. Park, I don't think would have caught it no matter what he did down there. Brings up fourth down. Yeah. Fourth down now and about 13 for the touchdown. And we'll see what the Seals decide to do. They're going to go for it, it looks like. And they will, as Leidick confers with his coach over on the sidelines down there.
I'll tell you what, Leidick is getting a lot of time back there. He's sitting back in the pocket, no pressure whatsoever, being able to look over all the receivers that are out in the pattern.
Big play now for the Seals as Leidick brings him up, and of course, he goes back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure. He looks downfield, and he was looking for number 87. And so far, it's the only guy he looked for the whole time. Veach covered him, and the Seals have been turned away by a staunch Mount Carmel area defense and a 5-yard offside penalty, which didn't help either.
Great pressure by number 21 there. Mansour at the end came in very quickly on Leidick. Leidick had to pull the ball back down, and it took his eye off. All of his receivers came back up and saw number 87 there, but John Veach made a beautiful defensive play.
So far, if you cover Bedell, you're okay. It's the only guy that he's gone to so far. Veach now up. Veach will come up just over the 15-yard line. In about 4 on the play, it'll bring up second down and 6.
Some good plays here. You're picking up 3-4 yards. It sort of helps you out in your second down play calling. Vince Jasenchak back in as the tight end.
Everything we thought this game was going to be, it is, and then some. So we've got some bonus points so far here from this game. This time Shinsky goes back to pass, and he's looking a lot of time, but it's blocked as they hit his arm, Bedell. And Bedell's having himself the game of his life right now as the tight end, and he comes out of that linebacker, sometimes an end position, depending where he's lining up at. But he hit Shinsky's arm just as he was passing, and the ball went straight into the ground. So it'll bring up third down now. In a long 6, almost 7 for the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, Dave didn't even see him coming from that side. He came from Dave's right side.
And Tini into the lineup as he's going to give Shinsky the play. Red Tornadoes would like to get a first down here. Certainly you do not want to kick, and you do not want to give the Seals good field position as they trail the Seals by a point. Veach will come in motion. Shinsky's going to go back to pass. He has lots of time. He fires it downfield, and he's looking for Veach down there. Very close to interference as he was hit by actually 2 Seals before the ball got there, but they don't throw a flag. It'll bring up fourth down, and the Red Tornadoes will be forced to punt. very close play down there as he was right in front of the Mount Carmel bench.
And I think what Coach Brennan is yelling about is John actually had a chance to catch the ball and he was blocked at that point in position.
So Shinsky will kick it, and he's down inside his 5-yard line when he finally punts the ball. So the Seals are lined up inside Red Tornado territory to accept the punt when it finally gets there, and he gets it off straight down to number 22. And that's Hackenberg as he heads around the end, and he's got a head of steam down there, and he'll be put out of bounds by Shinsky. But, I'm sorry, that's Park, not Hackenberg. Dwayne Park, I apologize. Park. And Park cuts it around the Mount Carmel area bench there, right along the sideline for a great return. And the Seals set up shop 1st and 10 at the Mount Carmel area 20-yard line. And the Red Tornado defense has had its back to the wall several times already early in this football game.
Yeah, this is not what you want your defensive team to be, is on the field in this position, down in the red zone again.
Lauber up the middle. Lauber's got a lot of room. Lauber cuts around, and Lauber's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seals. As Lauber puts it in, and that you don't run any better than that.
No.
He made a nice cut, but he had great blocking at the point of attack once again, as the Seals were doing an excellent job on blocking in the line. And the Seals are now up at the 5:16 mark of the second quarter, 13-6 with the extra point. And I think the Seals, okay, they're going to kick. They line up differently, but they're going to kick for the extra point.
Lauber showing some excellent speed. After he got into the past the linebackers, he just ran by the defensive backs.
That's Rumberger, 45 for the Seals, about to attempt the extra point. And he puts it up, and he puts it good. So he puts the score now. Selinsgrove Seals 14, the Red Tornadoes 6, and the Seals have been very, very impressive on offense.
Offense, I'll tell you what, they're blocking. I said it before. It is textbook. They're doing everything exactly the way they're supposed to be doing it. Nobody's standing around. Everybody is knocking someone down, opening up some big holes, shield blocking right through. And that's the reason why Lauber was able, once he got back to past the linebackers, that was it. He turned on the afterburners, and it was just a walk-in from the 10-yard line.
Well, Lauber's a big back. He's 6'3", 198 pounds, but he's also a fast back.
Yes, he is.
Once he gets loose, he's very difficult to get a hold of. But again, there was nothing fancy there. It was a straight play. He went right at us, right at our left side, in fact,
sure.
is where he got his bread and butter on that play. And then once he got free, he cut the other side of the field, and boom, he was in. Umberger kicks it off, and he kicks it high. It's going to go to Clea down along the edge, and he comes right up the middle. And he continues. He's dropped the ball. There's a fumble. Mount Carmel area, I believe, has recovered it. The ball's going to go down at the Mount Carmel area 32-yard line or so when they unpile everybody. The ball popped loose from Clea, but somebody dropped on it. I didn't see who exactly it was.
25. John Veach dropped on it.
That's who it is, as he's having a conversation with the entire officiating staff as he got off the pile down there. But he recovers the Clea fumble, and Mount Carmel area is back in business on offense at their own 32-yard line. 5:11 here remaining in the first half of play. Veach. He tries to cut along the sideline. A flag goes down. Veach is still running. Flag goes into the Mount Carmel backfield on their side of the ball, which is never a good moment in time for the Red Tornadoes, and I'm sure this will be called against them, and it is. And it's a hold. It's a big one. So the Red Tornadoes get shot in the foot there right in the beginning of this offensive series. Going to bring up a second down, and we'll see where they pop the ball down at finally.
We have one score late in the first period. Wilson Southern lost 4-0.
It's back down to the Mount Carmel area 24-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down and just about 20, to tell you the truth. It's very close to second down and 20 here. Shinsky's going to go back, and he looks to pass, and he looks over the middle at Clea, who he has. Clea stutter steps and goes down right at the first down marker, in fact. He's up at the 43-yard line of the Red Tornadoes, very close. to the first down marker. They're looking at it right now too. We'll see.
Nobody's calling it.
No, it's gonna be about a half yard short, and then he decides to call it. That was one of the longest. First down. Okay. Talk about taking a long look at something. I thought he was done, and he went back and looked again, and it's going to be first down. So a big play by the Red Tornadoes, Shinsky to Clea, and they've opened up some breathing room at least here for themselves on offense.
Yeah, Dave, a lot of time to look around the field, but again, textbook, very nice pattern run by Josh to get into the seam and find the open area.
Ziegler's going to be brought down about the 41-yard line. He's going to probably lose 2 yards or so on the play, a yard on the play. It'll bring up second down and 11 where they finally bring him down. Nice play by the Seal defense that time.
They made a great surge on that right-hand side. Number 69, Ethan Auker, makes a good play there. Strung it out.
He's going to look to pass, equipped again, and is knocked down, and that's Bettel. Again, Bettel makes the play, and he is having himself a monster football game on the Seal side of the ball right now.
I'll tell you, and he was blitzing that time. He was coming in. The Tornadoes did pick him up, but I'll tell you what, he stood his ground, and as soon as he saw Dave ready to throw the ball, he went up in the air.
The Seals are well scouted. I mean, they have looked at us and see all of our tendencies right now, so they know exactly what they're doing when they come at us. Shinsky will pass it, the delayed handoff to Ziegler. Goes absolutely nowhere as he goes down for a loss. It'll bring up fourth down and very long, and the Red Tornadoes will be forced to kick as the Seals smell that one immediately.
Yeah, they were running some stunt plays in there. The right side linebacker, tap number 77, telling who's that? Browse. Number 77, Matt Browse, in what direction he was going.
Nice kick, kicks it way back down to the 25-yard line of the Seals where Park is brought down immediately on the play by Matsura and Dillo with a little help from Cuff. So it'll be first and 10 for the Seals at their own 22-yard line with 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. This play here, Wayne. This is an interesting setup here as they toss it to Lawver.
Fumble, get the ball!
Goes out of bounds, and it's actually, if it's a fumble, it's a big play. But is it? Yes.
Yeah.
So the Seals get very lucky, and that was an odd play. It turns out to be almost a screen pass. Over in the flat there is what they were aiming at.
And that's what it was. They got 4 guys over there apparently looking to maybe get 3 guys from the defense over in that and let 1 guy loose.
So it brings up a second and 5. Mitterling in a lot of traffic, and Mitterling's going down. Big number 55, Shoppy, takes Mitterling down. It'll bring up third down now and about 5 for the Seals. It's really one of the oddest fumble plays you're going to see for a long time. The Seals getting very lucky on the play.
I'll tell you what, that was hit by 3 Tornadoes before it went out of bounds. I think Matsura number 21 was the last one to touch it.
Third and 4. Leidig goes back. He looks right over the middle. Again, he finds the tight end. And the tight end right now, I have to say, for the Seals is unstoppable. Bettel is unstoppable over the middle right now as he is just running roughshod into the Mount Carmel area secondary. First and 10 for the Seals. The ball at the 40-yard line of the Selinsgrove Seals.
What more can you say about an athlete like that, both offensively and defensively? He's just having one heck of a game, and this is the end of the first half only.
I mean, he's the go-to guy. I mean, Leidig doesn't even look at anybody else most of the time. He just heads right for 87, and I can see why. This time, Lawver, big yardage again for Lawver, and Lawver's going to break away. Veach has the angle on. Veach will bring him down, but that play now is just pay dirt play for the Seals as they are running that play very, very well here, at least in the first half. He takes the ball in the Mount Carmel area territory all the way down to the 24-yard line where the Red Tornadoes signal timeout. And Coach Brenner's going to want to talk to that defense a little bit and see if they can't get him straightened out there.
Well, I'll tell you, he gives it. The Seals are just giving him a hole, and Lawver, once he gets out into the open, he is probably the best offensive back we have seen this year out in the open. He is running, and with some authority and steam and agility out there. Once he gets out there, he's following block, running out of tackles, everything else.
A very impressive offensive display by the Seals tonight. They are truly a very good-looking offensive team here. Again, everything on the line for them and the Red Tornadoes as far as field goes. They have a tougher time. If they lose, they're definitely in trouble. The Red Tornadoes may lose this game, and when I say may lose, looking ahead, depending on what else is happening around them, they still have the home field advantage. It depends on what about 87 other scenarios are happening tonight or Friday as we talk about it. But the Selinsgrove Seals, they've got a more intense look at the playoffs. They need to win if they want to play at home, and it's showing tonight as they've come out with a lot of purpose. And of course, they also come out kind of licking their wounds a little bit from that what many consider an upset loss to Montoursville. Though Montoursville went into the game undefeated, almost everybody had picked the Seals to beat Montoursville, and the Seals were upset. So they're coming in with a little bit of attitude here tonight. Right up the middle again is going to be Lawver. He'll push it over the 20-yard line down to about the 19-yard line.
Again, trying to spread the defense out. They run trips again to the right-hand side. Left the one running back there, and we've run that a lot also. What you're trying to do is you're trying to spread the defense out so thin that if that running back does break through the linebacking core there, he's got free running for quite a few yards.
Pitch out to Mitterling this time. Mitterling comes along the edge with Lawver in front of him, puts it over the 15-yard line down to about the 14-yard line where it's timeout for the Seals at the minute 5 mark of the second quarter as they want to get themselves straightened out here as they're deep in Mount Carmel area territory again at the 15. It's third down and about 1. A long one, I would say, but third down and 1 for the Seals. Oh, this has been a game like we thought it would be. We've seen some points scored here in the first half, which we thought would happen. The Seals look very impressive. The Red Tornadoes on offense look impressive. Are having their troubles on defense right now, trying to work out what the Seals are doing there before they can get them stopped.
But offensively, when you look at the Seals team here, they have to be one of the biggest teams that we have seen so far this year, and the quickest also with this size. Allentown Central Catholic had a big team. Weight-wise, much more than what the Tornadoes came on the field with, but not as quick. This is a very fast, very quick team.
They're very quick. Leidick brings them up. He's got 2 guys split far to his left, but he hands it to Mitterling up the middle. Mitterling's going to pick up the first down or be extremely close to it if he doesn't. We'll see where they set the ball down, but I believe he has the first down. He does. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Seals. The ball sitting about the Mount Carmel area 13. They're going to measure, but I can't believe that he doesn't have it, even where they placed it from where I'm standing at. So it is 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. 58 seconds and counting as Leidick brings them up. Mitterling again, and this time Mitterling on his feet still, and he's going to go down to it. He's a touchdown. Brown had him in the backfield, and he got away from him. So a 13-yard scamper by Mitterling, number 33, and the Seals score again.
Our problem is that we're not wrapping our arms. These are strong kids for the Seals. How many times so far in this half that they have broken out of any type of tackle we were putting on? We just can't hit them. We got to hit and wrap.
Romberger in for the extra point attempt. It's 20-6 right now as he lines up for it. Everybody was offside there. I don't know who they're going to call on it, but everybody was offside. We'll see where that goes. Goes against the Tornadoes. The Seals may think about a 2-point conversion. I'm not sure. It does. So they'll move the ball a yard closer down there, but they're still going to kick it, it looks like. Romberger remains in the game, and with the lead, that's probably a safe bet to do it. 78 in there, Kerstetter. He's 6'3", 300 pounds. As Rumberger drives it through the middle, it's good. So with 47 seconds remaining here in the first half of play, the Selinsgrove have bulged out to a 21-6 lead over the Red Tornadoes. They'll have to have some halftime strategy here for Big Red. They'll take the kickoff, run a few plays in it, depending on what happens, but defensively they need to regroup. The Seals have put it to them defensively tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this offensive team is just about everything we were told it was going to be right from the beginning of the season. You know, coming in with 18 starting linemen, or 18 returning lettermen from last year does make a big impact on your team. The majority of those players are coming in the key positions. And take a look at this line now, and you can see that they've been together for 2 years in the way they have been playing tonight.
So Rumberger will line it up. The Seals will be kicking off, of course, back down to Veach, Pilarski, and Clea, deep for the Red Tornadoes. Pilarski will take it right in the middle there. And he comes right up the middle, and he's got himself ahead of steam, and he's still rolling there. He's brought down at the 40-yard line by number 43, Brett Fauzi, for the Seals, but a nice run back by Pilarski as Mount Carmel area is in business, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line when they finally put the ball down. Lashinsky brings him in. There's 41 seconds left on the clock.
Now just watch the defense here for the Seals. They're back in their 4-5-3.
Clea is free over the 50. He's going to take it out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. They say he fumbled. I mean, I thought he was out of bounds. I think everybody thought he was out of bounds. That one I'm not going to say was a fumble. We're going to watch it here, I'm sure, on the replay for a second here and see what happens, but I just can't believe that ball stayed in bounds when it was recovered. I'll wait and see if we can get an angle. It was right in front of the bench, which would make it a little more difficult, but if we did see it, we'll try to show it to you. Very, very odd call.
Great play, heads-up play by Josh, too, because Josh did not see any room towards the center of the field. He knew that he could save a timeout here by getting to the sidelines, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was sprinting towards the sidelines.
Coach Brennan broke a blood vessel on that one. And see, he's now marching the sidelines, but it's 1st and 10 Seals from the Seal, just about the Seal 45-yard line. 30 seconds remaining on the clock here in the second half. Mount Carmel area fans expressing their discontent. The Selinsgrove's coaches are on the sideline, and I'm still trying to figure out what it is they would be arguing about right now, but be that as it may, now everybody threw a fit on both sides here.
Yeah, no, I think they wanted more
time. A play
time
that nobody was happy with.
More time put on the clock.
So Leidig brings him up, gives it to Mitterling, and Mitterling breaks into the Mount Carmel secondary where he'll be brought down by Matsura and Dillo, but not before he crosses midfield, and he's very close to a first down, a couple of inches short, I guess, when they place it down. So second down and less than a yard for the Seals, and Mount Carmel area, or the Seals, I'm not sure which it was, called timeout.
Number 69, the right guard, Aaron Weir. Number 77, Matt Browse on offense, doing some excellent blocking there. Lawver was the only one in the backfield that time to get the ball. So, you know, you got your linebackers keying on the one lone running back to begin with, and their offensive line is just doing an outstanding job.
So both the referees on both sides of the field are staying off the sidelines because
they don't want to listen.
Neither coach is exactly happy at this turn of events here. Although the Seals, I'm still trying to figure out, other than what you said, is they thought the time had run off. And again, if it was fumbled in bounds, I'm not sure why that would have stopped right away until they got up to it and called it. So, you know, I'm not sure where the argument's coming on either side here right now as Leidig looks back and he goes straight downfield. He was looking down there deep for Lawver, 44, but just got it over his fingertips, and it'll bring up third down, and again, less than 1 for the first down with 16 seconds remaining on the clock here.
Yeah, Lawver was open. The only problem with number 43, Fozzie, was also in the same zone, which makes it a little bit more congested there.
Leidig will bring him up. I said it's third and less than 1, but he'll go back to pass. He's going to look straight downfield again. Good protection. He's going to throw it right at Clea this time as Clea intercepts the ball. And Clea will be brought down in the middle down there by Bettel, 87, after he intercepts it. The Mount Carmel area now takes over the ball as the Seals turn it over on the interception by Leidig. There's seven seconds left here on the clock.
Of course, you know that they're going to go back in a prevent defense here from their 4-4. Make sure, you catch it, you're going to catch it in the middle of the field and nothing deep. Nobody getting behind.
That's it. There's no play going to be run here as the clock runs out. Mount Carmel area content with going into the halftime. And going to regroup a little bit here and try to get back in this ball game as they are behind at the half, 21-6 to the Seals. Okay, gang, we're back here to start the second half, but first, we're going to have the first half statistics read to you by Wayne, but actually given to you by Jose.
That's right. I had to go down at halftime for all that melee that was going around by the Selinsgrove band. An excellent halftime performance. On the Tornado side, rushing department, 20 carries for 84 yards. Veach, 11 for 61. Ziegler, 8 for 23. And Shinsky, 1 for 0. Passing department, we're 4 for 9, 54 yards. Clea, 3 for 46, and Matsur, 1 for 8, 9 first downs. Total yards, 138 for the Tornadoes. On the other side of the field, in the rushing department, 23 for 189 yards, passing 7 of 11 for 82 yards, 13 first downs, 271 total yards. In the passing department, I think those 82 yards belong to Biddle.
Yeah, but Biddle has been all over the place. I mean, there was only one attempt outside of him in the passing offense here in the first half. Everything went to big number 87, and everything went to him he caught. So, maybe when you have a combination like that, you don't go around looking much for anybody else since it's working so well. The Seals very impressive on offense in the first half. Mount Carmel area now, and I think the consensus here is that they need to have a good first series. You got to get out there and make a statement because the Seals, obviously have to have a lot of confidence right now. They're up 21-6. That's the largest deficit that Mount Carmel area has faced all year, certainly. And they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves. Leidig, good football player. Truly, you're not calling his name and he's not doing spectacular things, but he does everything really well.
Oh, definitely. His passes are pin perfect, right on. Biddle doesn't have to do much of anything other than just, catch the ball in stride and take off.
Yep, Lawver and Mitterling, again, we'd seen them last year, and they do not seem to have missed a beat from last year to this year. But really the line play, the offensive line play of the Selinsgrove area Seals is what to talk about as Rumberger kicks it off and it goes right down the middle, but Pilarski hangs it to Clea, and Clea comes up and he'll be up to about the 25-yard line where the Red Tornadoes will take over 1st and 10, but the line play from the Seals has been excellent. It's been the best we've seen all year.
The Tornadoes definitely have to do something defensively, had to make some type of adjustment at halftime. If not, this is going to be a very long night for them because the Seals have done just about everything they wanted to do on any play from the offensive side.
Shinsky brings him up. He's got Ziegler and Veach in the backfield behind him. And he goes right to Veach, and Veach pounds his way out very close to the 30-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Again, trying to spread the defense out, put a wide slot to the left side of the field, trying to drag over the corner and maybe just move the linebacker out of position a little bit. And you see that we did run the ball that time to the left-hand side with Veach carrying the ball.
Shinsky back to pass. He has Matsura along the sideline, and Matsura will go out of bounds about the 44-yard line, or it'll be 1st and 10, Mount Carmel area.
Nice out pattern by Matsura. Clea was clearing out the zone, running straight down the field, and Matsura comes out in just a little outside curl pattern, looking for the sidelines.
Mount Carmel area, I'm believing we're going to see them throw the ball a little bit here in the second half, a little more than they did in the first. Right up the middle goes Ziegler. He pops over the 45-yard line up to about the 47-yard line.
Matt Browse, number 77, getting off the pile that time.
Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Kolarski in slot on the right side with Clea this time.
Now we give it to Veach. Veach makes a cut, take it up to midfield. He's brought down at midfield there. And I tell you that it was 89, but there's no 89. In fact, there's nothing after 80 on our roster here from the Seals. So either we cut that paper off a little bit when we got it, or they didn't send it. But I know Bettel is 87. I knew him from going in from the briefing. But
89 is the left end,
Ulsh.
Adam Ulsh.
Adam Ulsh. Okay, Adam, I know who you are now, as we do not have a full roster. Everything after 80 has been lost in transit somewhere. Shinsky will pass again. He looks over at Clea. Finds Clea. Clea crosses the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes in Seal territory at the Seal 39-yard line. Very nice little offensive series here by the Red Tornadoes.
And that's what they need. They need to build up this confidence now. They have to take a little bit of steam out of the Seals, make them work a little bit. But the main thing here is they have to put this drive together, and they have to get over the goal line, I think, in this series.
Beach in motion, but it's going to go to Ziegler up the middle, and Ziegler gets us some nice yardage up over to 35 down to the 34-yard line, and the Seals brought down in the middle there by number 19, Jared Moyer.
Some good blocking on the right-hand side over there, number 50, Booker, and number 59, Nick Bierster, putting a nice hole there for Ziegler. And again, the Seals lined up a little bit different defensively on that play than they did any other time during the game.
Time to Ziegler. This time Ziegler's going to be brought down. 19 Moyer on the play, but also 69 really was the guy that made the play, and that's Aaron Weir, 5'9", 243-pounder there for the Seals. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 as there was no gain on that play.
Again, we're using, it look like in this series here a little bit, we're using John Veach a little bit more as a decoy here. Looking to break it open with Aaron Ziegler.
Veach in the carry. Veach breaks over the end. Veach makes a play. Veach is going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Carmel area, as he completely faked Leidig out. He was the only guy that could stop him. And Veach scoots around Leidig.
It wasn't so much the fake on Leidig. It was the explosiveness of John Veach as soon as he got that ball. I have not seen him run with that authority all year. We've seen some great plays out of John Veach so far this year, but nothing on the run like that.
So the score, Selinsgrove area Seals 21 and Mount Carmel area 12. Mount Carmel area will line up for a 2-point conversion attempt here at the 8:25 mark of the 3rd quarter. The Tornadoes doing exactly what we said we thought they probably had to do, and that was come out and score. Shinsky brings him up with a split backfield in back of him. So he's going to go back and pass. He's under a lot of pressure, but he's got Veach out there, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So at the 8:25 mark, Mount Carmel area comes roaring back. And now the score, Selinsgrove area 23, the Red Tornadoes 14.
Good play calling that time by Coach Brennan on that series all the way down the field. And especially the last set, you're looking at Ziegler twice, Ziegler again, and now all of a sudden you get John Veach, and it was an excellent block on the right defensive end there on the Seals. We had a pulling block from number 50, Matt Booker, kicking out, and John Veach just exploded with authority and took over in that play.
Well, Leidick learned a lesson about Veach on that one, because he was in perfect position, but he was slowed down, and that's pretty much what hurt him. He could, Veach was at a full head of steam when he got to him. So the crowd is whipped into a frenzy here in front of us on the Red Tornado sideline as Yasenchak is going to kick it off deep down to the Seals. He kicks it off, and it's go down to Lauber, 44, down at the 6-yard line. Lauber brings it straight up, and Lauber breaks free, and he is free. Number 32 misses it, Pilarski now, and Lauber is running like a train with only Clea to stop him, and he can't. I'm sorry, that was number 3 to stop him for the Red Tornadoes. He was the last guy down there, Darren. He couldn't get a hold of him just like that. The air is left back out of the Red Tornado sideline as Lauber takes it back. And he took it back about 93 yards. Here's a replay. Watch the replay here as he gets to the sideline, and you see some great blocking there. Pilarski looks like he has the angle, but Lauber stops dead just about and gets past Pilarski. Dara is the last guy that can actually get him. And look at Lauber's acceleration there as he pulls away. And the Seals are up for the extra point with Rumberger, and he puts it up, and it is good. So just like that, the Seals come back. The score at the 8:10 mark of the third quarter now. Selinsgrove area 28, Mount Carmel area 14, and you don't see that happen to Mount Carmel area very often.
Well, the key there was John Veach was on the sideline. John Veach has been the key man. He's been the trail man all season long, and the reason he's put in there for that, the safety man, is because of his speed and his short tackling ability. He was on the sidelines that time.
Not a lot going right for the Red Tornadoes tonight, as when they get something going right, he comes back and bites them. Great run by Lauber. Truly, you can see the athleticism of that kid, and he's a big one. But the speed, and again, he has a lot of that acceleration that you see out of Veach.
Oh, definitely.
Once he makes that move, boy, he is hard to get a hold of. You can see how he pulled away from the last guy right at the end there.
6'3", 200 pounds, 198 pounds.
So Rumberger will tee it up here and get it kicked off for the Seals.
Let's go, Red!
Going to drive it down into Clea's direction, and Clea's going to take it down at his 7-yard line. He comes around the end. He's got number 81 there looking at him. 81 was the last guy that was going to be able to get him, and I'd love to give you his number also, but again, he's one number above the cutoff on my roster. So brought down there by 81, though, did exactly what he was supposed to do on the kickoff as he sealed the corner, and Clea couldn't get past him. Clea takes it up right to the 20-yard line where the Tornadoes will take it over in 1st and 10. Right up the middle of the Ziegler, and he's going to be piled up there. Gains about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 on the play, but it was tackled by just about everybody in there.
Great line surge, though, from the Tornadoes. The Seals have not given them a hole to run through, but it's the surge from the left side of the line. Dave Shoppy, number 55, and number 69, Nick Cuff. And Ziegler still picked up 4 yards on that.
Back to pass, Shinsky. He's looking at Clea, and he's got him coming over the corner there. Clea is up to the 35-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Red Tornadoes. A nice play again by Shinsky to Clea.
Great play. Kept the 2 backs in, Ziegler and John Veach to block. And take a look at Josh. Clea is the only one out on the pass pattern here.
Seals play a really odd defense.
Oh, yeah.
Look at number 11. And that's Pagana, but look where he lines up at compared to everybody else. I mean, it's a straight, there he goes. Veach is free.
Yeah,
Veach is cut to the sideline there. Veach is loose. Pagana is the only guy left to get him. And Pagano does, but not until Veach is down all the way down to the Seal 5 or 6 yard line. They'll place it at the 7. Veach, ladies and gentlemen, has gone over. Here's the replay of the play, but Veach has gone over 6,000 yards, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. 6,000 rushing yards in the young man's career here at Mount Carmel area as he rips a big one. And the Red Tornadoes, and I'm sorry, it was not the 7, it's down at the 13. That was a yard marker off there.
Randy Swank, Nick Cuff, and Dave Shoppy put a big hole in that Selinsgrove line for John to run through.
We'll go to Veach again. He's going to try to get outside. He won't make it this time as that play is stopped dead by big number 77. That's Browse for the Seals. Probably a loss on the play, maybe of about a yard or so, maybe just about a half. He'll bring up second down, we'll say 10 from where they actually place the ball back down. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Veach over 6,000 yards, folks. Over 6,000 yards in his career. Pass from Shinsky. Shinsky finds Clea. Clea down by the goal line there. And Clea's going to be put down about the 1 yard line. The umpire was hit down.
Nice play. I'll tell you what, you're looking at some great pass plays there between
There's
Josh
the replay,
Clea.
and you can see Clea. Watch where we get down to the end down here as the umpire is trying to watch and gets mauled in the process as he goes down hard. But it's first and goal from the 2 yard line. First and goal from the 2 for the Red Tornadoes at the 6:10 mark of the 3rd period. Veach, touchdown. So the offense have taken over here, Wayne.
Let me tell you what, where else can you go in about 3 minutes, see 3 touchdowns, some great drives, a kickoff, a great run by Lauber coming back again, and now the Tornadoes come back with an excellent drive themselves.
There you see the replay as he just squeezes in that little opening there, and there wasn't much of an opening, but he got in it.
Yep.
The Red Tornadoes now will go for 2 again, as they're going to line up for a 2-point conversion here. Shinsky and Matsuri into the lineup here. The score is Selinsgrove area 28, Mount Carmel area 20 here, as they line up for a 2-point conversion. Shinsky's going to pass it. He looks into the end zone. He's in trouble now, and he's going to go down. He throws it to 69. He can't advance the ball. He threw it right at 69, and for a minute, 69 saw the stars, but you don't advance. It's Aaron Weir breaking up the pass. So at the 6:08 mark of the 3rd quarter, the score now, Selinsgrove area 28, Mount Carmel area 20. And there's some real offense on the field here tonight, folks. You're seeing one whale of a football game.
On both sides, I'll tell you what, both the Seals and the Tornadoes have come out in the second half, and they want to play. Offensively, what more can you say between the Shinsky and Clea click here? And in that series going down, Clea was the only one out in the pattern. So you might see, again, maybe Clea being used as a decoy in another series and hitting somebody else. But Josh just running some excellent pass plays out into the flat, hooking up and coming back, catching the ball and picking up that. And it's the key extra yardage that he's picking up there. It's not just catching the pass and pick up the first down. It's that extra 4 or 5 yards that he picks up for them.
The question I have now is, if you're Mount Carmel area, are you kicking it deep? We have struggled the entire night on kickoff return coverage. Is this one we just whack it down the middle and get it to the short guys and bring them down? I'm not sure if I want to kick it deep here.
And we're not. We're going to kick it short.
That's exactly what I said. It bounces around down there. It's free. Fumble. The ball's still on the ground. I do not know who got it. The Seals have recovered it. Boy, that was a lucky play for the Seals.
It didn't look like any of the upmen wanted the
reception. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5 for the Seals.
Lentini making the tackle there, and he came from about the hash mark and over to make that tackle. It was a long pass. I don't know whether Lentini was just covering his zone and then picked up the receiver later.
With 3rd and 5, the Tornadoes would dearly love to stop the Seals here in their own territory. They have had difficulty doing that all evening. And we're going to hand it to Mitterling, and Mitterling's trying to go around the end, and he will have the first down. A nice play by Mitterling as he crosses over the 45 up to the Seal 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, and they are still very, very difficult to handle on offense.
Well, I'll tell you what, the blocking is good, but you take a look at these two between Lawver and Mitterling and Bettel. They're just 3 strong athletes I'll tell you what, it's taking everything to tackle them.
Lawver right up the middle. We've seen this play time and time again. This time he's brought down by the referee, to tell you the truth. That's exactly who stopped him, as the referee got ran over by Lawver as Veach was trying to tackle him. But it's 1st and 10 for the Seals. And again, we cannot stop Lawver in the middle. Look at the replay. Look, and there's the ump, and you see him go down.
I'll tell you.
And he brings Lawver down with him.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I think the referee saved a touchdown that time because there was open field behind him.
Just cannot stop the offensive attack of the Seals here as the Red Tornadoes dig in. It's 1st and 10 in Tornado territory at the 39-yard line. There's 4 minutes and 12 seconds, and it's Lawver again. And this time they do stop him. He'll pick up about 2 yards in a play and bring up a 2nd down and 8. On the play is Matsura, 21, getting off the pile there.
No one does it down here.
Again, Tornadoes need to stop them. You've got to stop this team and get them out of the end zone, because on offense we are potent, but we are being moved around too much on defense right now. As Leidig lines them up, he's got a 2nd and 8. He's going to drop back to pass. He has looked for number 87 consistently. This time he looks for number 22, and he gets them. That's a reception by Dwayne Park, as Park caught the ball over Clea's head, and now just like that, the Seals are down at the 5-yard line, where it's 1st and goal from the 5.
Beautiful pass. I'll tell you what, Leidig just laid that out there, and the receiver ran down underneath it and made the catch on the 5-yard line. Timing passer, you couldn't ask for anything better than that.
This time it's Mitterling. Ooh, and Mitterling is stopped dead in the backfield. Getting off there is Matsura, 21. There'll be a yard loss on the play back to the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal now from the 6 as Matsura makes an excellent defensive play.
Yes, we've seen that time and time again. He just steps up in that hole, and he made an excellent hit there. Mitterling has been running very tough all night long.
An option play it. And he's got Lawver on the option, and Lawver is going to be stopped at the 1. Just so much offense. Just amazing how much offense they have. Watch the replay. You'll see how close he gets to the goal line where he's marked down. If he hits it with his head, I mean, his head actually touches first on the play. But now a 3rd down and actually 6 inches. It's not even a yard for the touchdown for the Seals, as they lead 28-20 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds here left in the 3rd quarter, as Leidig brings them up, and I'm guessing he's going to maybe not. That's going to be Mitterling, and it's a touchdown as Lawver. Lawver got Mitterling. Lawver was in front of him. Mitterling takes it in for the touchdown, and the Seals now out to a 34-20 lead over the Red Tornadoes, with Rumberger in to attempt the point after.
Some blocking, great blocking. I am very impressed on what this offensive line is doing for the Seals. Some beautiful blocking down there, opening up some big holes for Lawver and Mitterling.
Red Tornadoes again, I believe, on offside. I'm not sure why that is.
See, I don't know why. I don't understand why the Seals are not going for 2.
I wondered that a little bit, but maybe why should you, though? They might be pretty confident here in the offense. It is offside against us again, so it'll move it a yard in. But at 30, it'll be a 15-point bulge here for the Seals, so going for 1 isn't a bad idea. Leidig is the holder for Rumberger, and he's been perfect on the evening so far. I believe he's still perfect, and he is. So at the 2:09 mark of the 3rd quarter, it is the Selinsgrove area Seals 35, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 20. And this has been one heck of a football game to watch.
Offense. I'll tell you what, if you love watching the offensive game of football, boy, you got your money's worth tonight, that's for darn sure.
Rumberger tees it off. And he kicks it deep right down the middle, and it's going to go over in the direction of Veach this time. And John Veach takes it upfield. He cuts up the middle there, and he'll take it up to about the 30-yard line of the Red Tornadoes, where it'll be 1st and 10. And the Red Tornadoes now time to turn the offensive throttle up again.
Yeah, they come in the second half offensively ready to score, that's for sure.
So the Seal defense is shell-shocked as Mount Carmel area is right now.
Right.
They've had a tough time of it tonight, too. Right to Veach again. He cuts up the middle there, right off the tackle, and he's going to take it up to about the 37-yard line. A 7-yard gain will bring up a 2nd down and 3.
It's a great call that time. And it's just the way that the Seals defense is lining up against that wide slot. Take a look. They're moving their linebacker out of position, and that's where John's picking up that extra yardage once he gets that burst of speed.
Pitch to Veach this time. Veach goes around right, but he cuts it right back up the middle here, and Veach is loose over the midfield stripe down to the Seal 42-yard line where it's 1st and 10, and John Veach is truly taking over the offensive game on the Tornado side now with his running, and of course the passing of Shinsky. Here's the replay, and just you got to look if you can tell. I mean, I'm not sure where it's going to show him, Matt, because Shinsky's in the way there. There's the cutback, and now look at that burst right there. I mean, now he's at full throttle in the middle of the field there. So truly a remarkable guy to watch run the ball. Shinsky's going to pass it this time. He looks for Clea, only Clea's well covered, and Shinsky's going to go down.
Ooh, late hit.
And there's a late hit. That'll be 15 yards on the Seals as the linebacker hit him while he was on the ground and actually hit him with the helmet first, which is also a no-no here. So you'll see a 15-yard penalty marched off against the Seals. I'm going to wait and see here. You'll see it right at the end of the play here. You'll see Shinsky go down, and watch from the corner as this guy, there he is right there, number 42 for the Seals, and he'll be called for the late hit. And a big play for the Tornadoes there as they march off the 15 yards.
Now, one big thing you saw in that play defensively, they double-teamed Clea that time.
Yes, they did change.
They did change their defense.
That time Veach, and he's not going to get outside as he's brought down by Bettel, number 87, who's had probably the best game other than Lava for the Seals tonight. And that's on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Bettel is in the first half. He had some nice defensive plays where he had blocked Dave Shinsky's pass. He's just a great athlete. And you usually see him play. A good athlete will play on one side good, or on the other. Offense plays better than defense. But boy, this kid's really playing some good ball on both sides.
2nd down and 11 as Shinsky goes back to pass under pressure. Sees Clea, and he's got Clea on kind of a screen play. Clea's going to go down over the 20-yard line, down to the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Nice play by the Red Tornadoes as they get a screen set up to the wide receiver Clea, and he takes it down to the 14-yard line.
Look at it. He has Booker out in front of him, number 59, Beerster.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play, ladies and gentlemen, with the score of the Selinsgrove area Seals 35, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 20. And give me a chance to remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mount Carmel area football brought to you by WKMC TV channel 13. We're live, or we're taped here from the broadcast center at the campus of Mount Carmel High School every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on channel 13. Of course, courtesy of the Service Electric Cable System, and we are an instructional fixed cable system. And I will remind everybody here in the Mount Carmel area, of course, at 7:30 a.m. of every school day, WKMC TV 13 is live. So tune in to Channel 13 at 7:30 in the morning, and you will hear all the news that's fit to hear about Mount Carmel Area High School, the sporting events, the academic events that are going on, and some local news. So you want to be up with everything. You want to be there at 7:30 a.m. We have a little timeout break here, and it's going to give me a chance, if I can, let me talk about some of the people here that truly make this whole thing possible. On the cameras tonight for the crew at WKMC TV is Joe McGinley, Krista Petruskevich, Joe Gushin, Josh Yeager, Erica Goodlunas, Jorge Perez, and Amy Hampton. Instant replay that you're seeing tonight is courtesy of Paul Walters. The audio is Steve Sakaitis. Still photography on the field is Dave Elson, Jesse McPhee. Master control in the first half was, of course, Joe, I've eaten everything Gushin. Second half, Tara Goodlunas. And I want to say that I got to take it back from Joe now because courtesy of Joe's dad, of course, the proprietor of Vine Street Sandwich Shop, we had a great meat tray here in the press box for the press and everybody at halftime. I want to say a big thank you to Vine Street Sandwich Shop and, of course, the crew down there. An excellent job. And I understand that one of the photographers lost a finger during the feeding frenzy. I did not remember seeing it, so I'm not going to say anything. The finger.
Or the feeding frenzy.
No, I saw the feeding frenzy because I was in it, but I didn't see the finger. He was still looking for it when I left. Second down and 10 now, or second down and about 7 for the Red Tornadoes as Lentini brings the play in and Matsura trots out. Ball sitting on the 10-yard line. The crew told me that I may have indeed eaten the finger, so I'm not sure. Now I'm feeling queasy. Shinsky goes back to pass. He looks downfield down there. There it is. Flags all over the field. And if anybody's going to argue that one, they didn't see the play. As Veach was in right over the goal line and Bettel buried him. It'll be a interference call, and it'll be a first down. We'll see where they place the ball down at for the Red Tornadoes, but clearly there was no argument on that play.
Goes down to where, about the 5, halfway to the goal?
I'm guessing, yeah. It's going to sit right on the 5-yard line and is now first and goal from the 5 for the Red Tornadoes. Ooh. Just into the fourth quarter of play here at the 11:20 mark. This is hard to keep up with this game.
Yeah, I know.
The truth. It's getting pretty amazing here. Shinsky brings him up. He's got Cleo wide right and everybody else tight on the left side. He's going to bring Matsura towards the right in motion. But he's going to hand it off to Veach up the middle, and Veach is going to go down to about the 2-yard line. He stopped in there. He stopped in there by Big 89. Is he on our list? Wayne, in the playing list here. Yes, he is. That's Adam Ulsh. I should have remembered him. He's the 180. The other 80 I knew there was Ulsh. So a good play by Adam Ulsh in the interior of the line. He stops Veach at the 2-yard line where it'll be second down and goal from the 2.
And we got Dave Brown coming in now as the power backfield is now in.
Veach again. Veach is going to be very close to the goal line now. Stopped inside the 1 at the 6-inch line. You see they're moving around, maybe right at the 1. Be third and goal from the 1 now for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, they brought it back a little bit.
Third and goal from the 2.
That's where we started.
Yeah, that spot was a little uglier than I thought. It's third and goal now from the 2 when they finally get it placed down there. And I can see Jose looking at him. Even Jose said to him, where was that spot going? So not the best of spots for the Red Tornadoes, but it's third down now and goal for Big Red. Veach again with the carry, and Veach is going to be turned.
Second effort.
There he is. He's in. I thought number 11 on the play, and I thought he was the stopper. That's Pagana, but Veach drove right through Pagana and into the end zone. So at the 10:38 mark of the fourth period, Mount Carmel scores again, and the score Selinsgrove 35, Mount Carmel 26. And this time Mount Carmel is going to elect to go for 1 point as Medalis trots onto the field for the 1-point conversion attempt. I think. I'm not sure what we're doing here. All right, we're not. Medalis went in, but he's not. Yeah, we'll see what he's doing. I don't know what we're doing here now. We're going to go for 2.
We're going to go for 2.
Go for 2. You're going to put Medalis on the extra point thing. You're going to have to let me know because I think he goes into kick only. So Veach comes in motion. We pitch it to Veach, or hand it to Veach, and Veach bulls his way in. He gets it. A critical 2-point conversion play for the Red Tornadoes. So the score now, Selinsgrove 35, Mount Carmel area 28, and it's a 7-point game once again. And there's just no stopping either offense on the game tonight.
I'll tell you, boy, what a great series. Both offenses doing just about whatever they want to do.
Here's the second effort, Wayne, on the touchdown play. You'll see what I mean. As 11, watch 11 here. He cracks right into Veach, and Veach doesn't go down. In fact, even our guy thought he was down as Shoppy was looking at him, and he went right through Shoppy into the end zone. So there you see second effort by Veach, the back, and he is just on a tear tonight. My goodness.
Yeah, he's here to play, that's for sure. And since he came out in the second half, you could see the intensity that he's playing with.
You got a lot of booing, but I got no clue why.
I think they're booing referees.
I have no idea. I mean, we're throwing something in the stands here, but I don't know why we would have been booing about it.
Halloween, maybe?
I don't know. Senchak will tee it up now and kick it off for Mount Carmel area, and I'm assuming we're going to see the same kind of kick. As he's not going to kick it deep, he's going to squib kick it. The Seals nearly fumbled it on the last kickoff.
Nobody bothered to even try to pick it up. I think they were waiting for the two deep guys to come up and cover the ball.
And he does. He bounces. In fact, it's an onside kick. Recovered by the Tornadoes, but it didn't go 10 yards. It didn't. 10. I mean, we're pointing. We did recover it, but it bounced, and it bounced up. And it is not. It's going to be the Seals' ball, and that was a gamble because the Seals take over inside Mount Carmel area territory at the Mount Carmel area 49-yard line. And that's, with the way the offenses have played, that could be a tough error to make by not recovering it. I mean, it's a chance you probably had to take. There's 10 minutes left. I'm not sure, what we were thinking there a little bit, but you take the chance and you lose it. And now the defense needs to make a stop, and they have been hard-pressed to stop the Seals so far tonight. Puts Park out here wide left. He hands it over to Mitterling, and the same play again we've seen over and over is Mitterling's going to take it down to about the 46-yard line, gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Seals.
Mitterling a little more offensive mind at that time. In the last series, in the first half, you see Mitterling picking up some big yardage on that one. That time the Tornadoes only limiting him to 3 yards. Some good blocking by the right side of the Seals line.
Back to pass now goes Leidig. He looks over here on the sideline, and he has number 43. 43 gets whacked out of bounds by Lentini, and that's Brett Fosse on the catch. So the Seals once again start marching down the field, and it's a short field this time.
They have to be careful. They have to start making the tackles. Lentini went for the shove out of bounds that time. Number 43, Fosse, did keep his balance and actually went 2 more steps down the field before he did go out of bounds.
First and 10 for the Seals now. The ball is at the Mount Carmel 34-yard line. And Leidig will do the same thing the other side this time. And as he looks downfield, he finds number 22. That's Dwayne Park. Park for the reception. He takes it down to the 15-yard line, where it will be first and 10 again for the Seals, as this offense is just so explosive.
I'll tell you what, Leidig sprinted to the outside, and it was just a quick rollout. It was nothing long, didn't set up. The hook pattern was set up 10 yards downfield, and he throws the ball. I'll tell you what, he's been deadly all night long.
So Leidig lines him up. He's going to hand it to Lawver. Lawver's free, and Lawver's in. He got past Senchak, and that was it, and boom, touchdown. And you do question a little bit the onside kick so early into the fourth quarter, but the score now, the Seals 41, Mount Carmel area 28, as the offensive explosion just continues here for the Seals. And that one play there is truly the one that was the bread and butter play all night for the Seals. And Lawver ran it to perfection. It was blocked to perfection each time that they do it. And now Rumberger in for the extra point attempt. And he's going to be perfect again, and he has been deadly all evening tonight for the Seals. to the score now at the 9:25 mark of the fourth quarter. The Selinsgrove area Seals 42, Mount Carmel area 28, and we'll be kicking it off again. You get motion sick watching this game.
Yeah, I know. Back and forth, it's almost like a tennis match.
It's pretty amazing.
But more can you say? I mean, some great running on both sides. John Veach, Lauber on the other side, Mitterling. You know, just some outstanding football.
Rumberger is going to tee it up there. He'll be kicking to the trio down there. It's Clea, Pilarski, and Veach. This has been, I mean, I'm tired watching this game. My goodness, it's just been a track meet of a football game here on the offensive side of the ball. It's amazing. Offside on the Seals that time. You don't see that very often.
No.
But it's going to be this time on the Seals. There you have it. Be a 5-yard penalty. Rumberger does it once again. It's a great kickoff. It's going down to Veach at the 13-yard line when he comes upfield. He's looking for a seam there. He's going to come up over the 30-yard line. And he's up to about the 32-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. There is a Selinsgrove Seal down on the field, so there'll be a timeout on the field as they attend to the Seal there. I cannot see his number. He is in obvious pain as he went down. I didn't see what happened, but Doc Greco ran out right away because he's close to the Mount Carmel area sideline. But we want to talk a little bit about, again, Supper Club was great. Had a good time. The books are still out there for sale, the 2000 statistic books. You can get them over there at the Spirit booth or at the community pharmacy. $6 and you get to know all there is to know about Mount Carmel area football from the beginning. And of course, the beginning was a long time ago in the 1800s, in fact, where we started playing, and our first win occurred in the 1800s, in fact, and I will look at that in a minute. That was October 21st, 1899, as a matter of fact, is when we had that first win against.
The first game was against Ashland. It would end up 12-6. And as we go through, take a look. The first 100 came 1925 against Scranton Tech. And then number 200 came again in November against Ashland. Rather a coincidence. 300 goes to comes in 1955 against Shamokin, and then in '68 against Minersville. I was on that team, of course. 1978 against West Hazelton, and I think you lost the rest of my paper.
Oh, I lost the rest of your paper.
Yeah.
I lost it. That was nice. My goodness.
600 against Marion Catholic, and of course, this game here we're teetering on the 699.
And I guess, I mean, I remember 600 so clearly, you know, when they had the T-shirts out and everything. And I guess the question that I would really want to ask is when you saw that 300th win at Ashland, what was that like? I mean, can you tell us a little bit about what it was like back then? That was, November 2nd, 1940. You were, I guess, probably in 8th grade or so. I think.
Right. Yeah, it was a nice night, just like it is tonight. Very,
Was it?
Oh yeah, great football weather.
Okay. Yeah, no helmets or anything.
No.
And of
leather.
course, you played for 4 years then without a helmet after that, which goes a long way in the explanation of what's going on in this booth once in a while.
You bet. You got it.
The Selinsgrove Seal player still down on the ground. We hope the best for him, Doc Greco, and it was a knee injury, in fact. I can tell you what he was holding even as he went down. So hopefully he's going to be okay, but they're going to take their time with him and make sure he is all right. Number 45 for the Seals was the guy down, and of course that's the kicker, Rumberger. So truly, I mean, he's had such a great evening. You want to hope that he's okay. They send number 78 out. That's Kent Kerstetter, and I don't know why they sent anybody else out because, so I talked about Kent a little while ago. He's 6'3", 300 pounds. You don't need anybody else to get Rumberger back to the side, but Rumberger not putting much pressure on his leg, and I said that would be a terrible loss for the Seals in that he has been perfect in extra points and he's really boomed his kickoff. So you don't want to lose a specialty player like him. So we can only wait and see how that progresses. There is 9 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the ball game as the Red Tornadoes take over 1st and 10, and they give it to Veach right away, and Veach cannot get outside of Bettel, as Bettel is still playing as good as he has all night on that one-end linebacker spot.
Yeah, there's nothing. I can't say too much more about Bettel. He's taken on everything. I mean, we've come out and thrown a pulling guard at him, which is very difficult to defend because you don't see him coming until the very last minute, and has done everything that he needed to do to take on any lead blocker, pulling guard, and still he's making tackles.
2nd and 10 now for the Red Tornadoes. No gain on the play that time as Bettel kept everything where he wanted it. This time Veach will go inside, and he has dropped the ball, knocked right out of his hand. I'm waiting to see. I think he got it back.
I think that was a play that
he did.
He was supposed to hand it back off to Dave Shinsky, and Dave Shinsky was tackled at the line of scrimmage.
So we kind of have a misfire on offense that time. As Shinsky gets up a little gingerly from the pile down there as he got hit hard. He's going to bring up a 3rd down now and 15 as a 5-yard loss on that play, and we nearly lost the ball. So,
but as everybody was watching what was going on there, Vinci Senchak was 15 yards downfield with nobody, and I mean nobody near him.
Ziegler, the lone back, and he'll be the blocking back in the pass formation as he looks around. He goes straight downfield. He had Matsura, but just got high on him as Matsura was streaking in the middle, and he was open for the 1st down, but couldn't get it to him. It'll bring up 4th down, and Mount Carmel area at the 7:45 mark will have to kick it away.
And some great pass protection that time for Dave to look over everybody. We had 3 guys out on the pattern. It was Khalil Matsur and John Veach was also out on the pattern that time.
Shinsky gets it off. It's going to be fair caught inside Seal territory at the Seal 47-yard line. That was Mitterling on the fair catch. So the Seals will take over in good field position. And field position has been pretty much the talk of the game here in the 4th quarter as the Seals have had it and the Red Tornadoes have not.
Well, this field position, I think, tonight for the Seals, it doesn't much matter because they have definitely done whatever needed to be done to get over that goal line, I think, just about every time they touch the ball in the 2nd half.
Yeah. So we'll see what the Seals have in store here as Leidig brings him up and he's going to hand it to Mitterling. This time Mitterling's going to be stopped in the backfield and actually lose a yard on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 now for the Seals. I didn't see the tackle because I was watching him playing. Booker leveled a guy right near the end there, and I didn't see who made the tackle.
Booker was the one he actually turned the play back into the center of the field.
An absolutely exciting football game here tonight to watch. If you're a Red Tornado fan, not quite as exciting as you wanted it. Leidig back to pass now on that sprint out pass that he throws so well, and he heads downfield. A penalty flag has been thrown. The ball was thrown in the direction of Brett Fossey. I don't know who they're going to call for the penalty because I didn't see that.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't even catchable. That was out of bounds to begin with.
I'm wondering about that call. But it's going to be interference. I don't have to wonder too far as it calls interference on the play to Fousey as Fousey was streaking down the sideline. So it'll be a big play for the Seals as they mark it off here. From the line of scrimmage, it'll be a 1st down. And they're going to finally set the ball down as it looked like he got lost there for a second at the Mount Carmel area 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Seals. I really didn't see the interference. It was way on the other side of the field there, so I didn't see what he called. And he called it right near the end of the play too.
But the ball was out of bounds. I mean, that wasn't even catchable.
Clock is stopped at the 6:54 mark of the 4th period, with the Seals in possession of the ball and Durley trying to run the clock out here. Be a penalty on the Seals. It'll move them back 5 yards as they just couldn't stand the largesse of the penalty. So they're going to move it back a little bit. It'll bring up a 1st down and 15 now for the Seals, and no time has left the clock yet. Fauci in motion there, but he hands off to Lawver in that same straight dive play that they've run so often tonight. Lawver brings it down over the 40 to the Mount Carmel area 37-yard line.
Dave Shopping making the tackle that time, or he would have picked up some extra yardage.
It'll bring up a 2nd down now and about 9. Seals content now to run time. They're not in any hurry here.
They're taking their time. They're going to run their 20 seconds off. And
time is on their side, absolutely here. Again, Lawver, the same play. Lawver still cracking around. This time, Mount Carmel area plays that very good as Yasenchak got in there, and the play finally made by Matsura and Ziegler. But Yasenchak's the one that busted that thing up a little bit as he looked like a train wreck going through the middle of the line. .554 now as number 81 comes into the football game. Do we have him in our start roster anywhere? If not, I'm not going to be able to tell you who he is either, but 81 now into the lineup. And I'm wondering, if we don't have a trick play here we haven't seen 81 a whole lot in the lineup now, and he lines up in that slot position. So we're going to watch and see what he comes in motion. I am wondering what he's doing, and he is. It's a fake reverse, as Mitterling gets it over the 35-yard line down to the Mount Carmel area, about the 33-yard line. And I knew, when they brought him in, it looked like there was something up there just by the way he came into the game. It's now 4th down and probably a long 4, I'd say 5 to tell you the truth. 4th and 5 for the Seals. And again, as they just continue to waste time here.
And their bread and butter play at this point has been the option play. Now, they haven't run it. They ran it down on the goal line down here and haven't run it since.
Be a pass play by Light. I guess he looks downfield. He's in trouble there. He got hit hard that time, and I'm assuming he was looking downfield, and I'm guessing he was trying to get deep down there. He had number 40, Lentis down there. I think that's where he was aiming at.
But he did have pressure that time. They did put some good pressure on him, on Leidick. He had to release the ball a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
So the Red Tornadoes will take over on downs, 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line with 4:43 remaining in the football game, and the Red Tornadoes trailing 42-28. Shinsky goes back to pass under pressure. Shinsky's going to go down. 89, that's Ulsh. Adam Ulsh with a little bit of help from big 77 Browse on the play. Shinsky picks up a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9, but Mount Carmel area needs to be in that urgent mode right now as time is not on their side. Blitz. We look over for Clea.
And
well, it was incomplete. Went right through Clea that time, so incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Red Tornadoes at the 4:07 mark here of the game. And the Tornadoes need 9 yards at least for the 1st down before they can think about doing anything else here. on 3rd down.
The Seals that time putting a lot of pressure. They blitzed their linebackers, trying to put some pressure on Dave Shinsky. Ziegler did pick up the blitzing linebacker, but
we got everybody split out here to the left, and that's where he looks to. Under a lot of pressure, he's got some time. He looks down the middle, and he had Veach there. Veach was covered closely down there by number 19, Jared Moyer, and he kind of screened the ball away from Veach as it was coming to him. It'll bring up a 4th down, only 5 seconds off the clock, but Mount Carmel area now with a big decision to make, and I'm guessing they're going to keep it and not punt it away.
Yeah.
Both guys were open on the last 2 pass plays.
Yeah.
They could have picked up the 1st down had they could have had it held on to the ball, but brings up a 4th down, and this could be any hope in the ball game probably right here with the Red Tornadoes. Either get the 1st down or this game is all but over. Goes back to pass. We've got a lot of time. He's looking around. He throws it in the middle there to Matsura, who gets the 1st down over midfield down to the Seal 47-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes and a gutsy 4th down play.
Tell you what, we even kept John Veach in that time to block. Nice pocket set up. Dave had to step up into the pocket, but the best thing was that they took the pressure to the outside.
Leah's going to go down about to the 36-yard line of the Seals.
And out of bounds, which he wants to do because he needs to kill the clock.
Another 1st down for the Red Tornadoes as they're heading into Seal territory now. The replay here, and you'll see Clea make a nice move to the outside as the Seals desperately try to keep him in, but he drags him out of bounds to stop the clock at the 3:38 mark of the football game. Veach on the carry. Veach over the 35-yard line down to the 33-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring a 2nd down and gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, coach trying to keep everybody honest on defense, throwing short passes to the outside. Now all of a sudden he comes back up into the middle, hoping to catch the Seals in some type of defense, pass defense, that John could break through.
Shinsky back to pass again under a lot of pressure. Fumbles the ball. The Seals have recovered it. The Seals have recovered the football. That's number 89, Adam Ulsh. Adam Ulsh on the recovery for the Seals, and that will do it for the Red Tornadoes here with 3:01 remaining in the game, and it is a 42-28 lead for the Seals. All they need to do now is run the clock out and put this baby to bed. So I do not expect to see a lot of fancy stuff out of the Seals tonight as they just try to put it to bed and go home. Avenging that loss last week, which ruined their perfect season, and looks like they are going to ruin Mount Carmel area's perfect season. The ball goes to a new running back, 40, Brian Lenti, in the game now. And I believe he was in the game for Laver. Yes, he was in the game for Laver. Laver's out at the moment. Laver's back in now. In fact, Laver's lobbying to get back in. They didn't want him to come back in, but he did anyway. So Lentes goes out and Laver comes in.
How can you keep him out of the game?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you'd even want to.
It's such a great game.
Well, I guess the thought process if you're a coach is you got district playoffs coming up. Why risk getting him hurt in some goofy play now? But he just wouldn't be kept out of the game, and he has the ball now, and he runs up to about the 44-yard line of the Seals, where the Red Tornadoes will call timeout. First of their timeouts of the second half. They have 2 left. The ball sitting on the Seal 44-yard line or so, where it'll be 3rd and 7. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left as the fans start to file out here of what was an extremely exciting football game offensively for both teams. The Red Tornadoes digging a hole deep in the beginning of the game and never quite able to come back from it. But everything can be said about the offense. The defense just had a tough night out there against the most talented offensive team we have seen this year to date.
Yeah, what a juggernaut. They came out and they came to play tonight offensively, and boy, oh boy, we haven't seen a team like that offensively in quite a few years.
So Leidig will line him up. He's going to be, and he's going to call timeout unusually.
Well, Dave Brown, all night long has been hitting the gap, going up, head up on the guard, and coming back over. This time, I guess maybe they set up the play to go on the gap side where Dave was out of, and all of a sudden, right before the ball was going to be sent, he jumped into it.
Could be. Capacity crowd here tonight now beginning to file out. This was easily about a 6,000.
Oh yeah.
There are over 6,000 people here tonight to watch this football game as two great schools tough it out here tonight. Mount Carmel area, of course, will stay at the 699 mark. They will not crack the 700 mark tonight. The Seals have denied them that, and also will deny them the perfect season. You can't say a lot of bad things here. I mean, we've watched a very entertaining football game and seen some very good athletes on both sides of the football. The Seals, if there's a concern for the Seals, if there's any concern for them, it would have to be that, as you move into the AAA playoffs, obviously you can't give up a lot of points like this. And they gave up a lot of points to us. They gave up a lot of points to Montoursville. They gave up a lot of points to Southern. So their defense, certainly they need to question their defense a little bit as Mitterling's going to take it around the end. Matsuura's got a beat on him, and Matsuura will bring him down inside bounds for a loss on the play of about a yard. And the Red Tornadoes quickly call timeout, the second of their three. They have one left now, with the clock sitting at the 2:09 mark here.
Looks like they're bringing punting.
Announcing the Terry Awards. The Terry Award winners for the year 2000 by the Mount Carmel Area Lions Club are Steve Matsuura and John Veach. So kudos to those two gentlemen. Of course, they've played outstanding football games tonight. The Lions Club names the Terry Awards, of course, after the fallen coach Mike Terry, who coached here and passed away right after the Thanksgiving, or right after the Thanksgiving.
Right after, getting on the bus, in fact, directly after the game. The Shamokin game, yeah.
So the Lions Club has kept that tradition up. I, of course, am a member of that club. I'm proud to be one. A lot of fine gentlemen who are members of the club, and every year on the last game of the season, they pick the Mike Terry Awards, and we'll see those two gentlemen in January for the awards banquet and presentation. Flags all over the field.
And their names go on to a plaque of many great athletes who have been picked over the years for the Mike Terry Award.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to look at that plaque and you get a chance, and you'll see the Lions Club is extremely proud, but it really is a roadmap of who's who of athletic talent and who's who of gentlemen. It always turns out that the Lions Club pick quality people, quality athletes, and quality people. So, it's always great to meet these young men. We'll see their families on all the banquet. It's really a nice affair, and I'm glad to be part of it. As the Red Tornadoes try to block the punt, they do not. John Veach is going to have to call a fair catch because there wasn't a single person down there blocking for him, and there were 7 Seals waiting. So the block attempt fails for the Red Tornadoes. They will take over on their own 25-yard line with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. They have 1 timeout left. The Seals have 2. They won't be calling their 2. And we'll be seeing the ball in the air for the rest of the evening for the Red Tornadoes. As Jasenchak trots off the field, and he's been a warrior tonight. He really was. He was all over the field. I don't even know how many tackles he's going to finally end up with, but just played a tremendous football game. As Shinsky goes back to pass, under a lot of pressure now, and he's going to go down, and he does. Down at the 19-yard line goes Shinsky, brought down by several members. He's got to get up and get rolling here as he was shook a little bit. He's looking to the sideline for the play as the clock continues to run. And Mount Carmel area now in absolutely no hurry to run anything. They will run the clock out. The game will end in a minute and a half. As Shinsky now takes his time and calls a couple of plays as they will run the ball out. Shotgun formation. Shinsky has a lot of time, and now it breaks down. Gets it off to Veach. It'll be an interference penalty as as the Seals were a little bit ahead of the game on that one, trying to cover Veach. So it'll be an interference call at the 1:14 mark of the ball game and move the ball up. Not a bad call, a bad penalty to take actually at that point in the ball game.
I'll tell you, though, a lot of pressure put on Dave Shinsky at this point. They're just, coming in, and they know it's going to be a pass. They're back in the pass, prevent defense. Just about everybody is covered man-to-man, so they're just letting loose with their linebackers and giving Dave a little bit of difficulty back there.
Dropped the ball. He kind of ladled it to Ziegler, and he's wondering why. Yes, he's going to go down hard down there. 87 on the tackle, and he, 87 on the tackle. I said that about 27,000 times in the game. Bettel, he is, and it's only fitting that he's on one of the last tackles of the game. He's been on so many during the game. Bettel, Truly, and Lawver would be my two picks if the Selinsgrove Seals had a Terry Award. They'd be the two guys I'd go with. Leidig had a great game for the Seals, a workmanlike game. I said he was on target when he had a pass. He knew what he was doing. He didn't do anything, anything dumb, and it was really on target with his passes. Bettel made him look good a couple of times, and that's what you need when you have a large target like him floating around the middle down there. Lawver just unbeatable. You cannot stop Lawver tonight. He ran all over the field. He had some help from Mitterling there as kind of a change of pace that sent Mitterling in there to do what he could do. But those were the guys that are real talk for the Seals. We talked about them before the game, and that came true. We told you who they were, who to watch. Browse had a big game offensively. I think his bigger game was offensively on blocking on the offensive line tonight, as they continually went to him, for the big play. So all the big names came through. They all played a big game tonight for the Seals. The Seals in a prevent defense here for the Tornadoes. His number 11 is playing as far back as he can, Pagana. All he does when the ball is snapped is backpedal his way back so nobody gets behind him.
Number 19 came in and nobody even touched him. He just came right in, right through a hole. There was a stunt play in the line on the right-hand side, set up by the defense. Gave him a hole just to walk right through.
It's third down, third down and 10. 55 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Seals are just backpedaling completely now as he slings it downfield in the direction of Yasenchak. He was triple covered down there. So that will fall incomplete and bring up a 4th down and 10 with 50 seconds left in the game. We do not know the opponent next week as we talk to you tonight and you're watching this game. Obviously both Mount Carmel area and Selinsgrove area will know, of course, who they're playing in the district playoffs. And, of course, the first step that you take before you get into the state playoffs, into the different divisional playoffs there, you can move to Hershey. Both of these teams, look to go very deep into the playoffs.
Right.
The Seals fairly new to the playoffs, but certainly think this could be their year, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of arguing about that from the way they played tonight. Shinsky sends it down to Matsura, and it's going to go incomplete, and the Red Tornadoes will turn the ball over at the 44-second mark of the ball game. But Mount Carmel area, of course, will regroup. I believe, from what I could gather, again, this is Friday, we're talking that we were playing at home. I'm guessing from what I could hear in the loudspeaker there's probably a home game coming up.
Wyalusing was beating Towanda in the third quarter. With us losing, there were about 10,000 other things that needed to happen for us to really, go anywhere. And if Towanda would have won, we would have lost. There were 6 games involved. Actually, we could have been playing down around the Philadelphia area,
right?
Which I hope not.
So you will know that, of course, it's Wednesday night. As you're watching this game, I want to remind everybody of the Supper Club. Don't hesitate to come down. There's a crowd, but there's always room. please do not hesitate to come down and meet these young men. Of course, many of them now, as in the playoff season, we see them for the second time. You know, they've all gone through their first time and gotten their sweatshirts and all. We now see them for the second time at Supper Club, and a little more relaxed, a little more time to talk with them before the big playoff game. So at the 17-second mark, the Seals rush the field. Mount Carmel will lose its unblemished record. They will not have an undefeated season now. They will drop to 9-1 and prepare themselves for Friday's playoff action. They, of course, are no stranger to playoff action. They will be, I would think, looking at District 4 2A. They would definitely be the favorite in District 4 2A. I mean, you got to play the games, but certainly everybody else is looking at them as the favorite to come out of District 4 and into inter-district play. And, of course, the continued march to Hershey, that will remain to be seen. Again, we start to look down the line at 2 days from now, depending what we're doing. Hopefully it's a home game, and we still look at that 700. That is a monumental number. It'll give us another week to soak it in and think about it. I'm sure that the players are going to think about that. So many people had come in to see this game, and we'll see them again next week, I'm sure, to be here on hand, as this was truly one of the biggest crowds we've seen in several years, in the stadium. And we want to take our hats off to Selinsgrove, because they brought themselves a heck of a crowd, and they were here early. They were enthusiastic. So it was good to see them. And again, we're glad to be able to be seen in this area. We don't you don't see us very often down here. Courtesy of Service Electric, they take the great pains to do this for us and send us down that way, and we agree to do the game for them to do that, so it works out very well. You get to see your team play. You got to see your team play an excellent football game. They come away with a big victory, and they're in with a lot of momentum into their playoffs, and we're going to take a moment to wish them the very best of luck as they move into the AAA playoffs and see how well they do. What do you think?
I thought it was an excellent game on both sides. Taking a look at it, I'd love to see what the final stats were on both sides.
Yeah.
In the second half, the Tornadoes came out and they did step it up offensively. But the juggernauts from Selinsgrove on the offensive side of their line could not be stopped tonight, no matter what we tried to do. Whether we blitzed, stunned it, no matter what. There was some excellent blocking in the center of that line for the Seals. What more can you say about Leidick, the quarterback? They gave him more than enough time to sit back in the pocket and look at all his receivers. Bettel, well, I mean, there's a kid, both offense and defense, just did it whatever needed to be done tonight for the Seals to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Good game on both sides. Nobody can be real disappointed. No. I mean, we played a good game. On our side of it, we always look at the injuries, and we saw none. And so we want to say, great job that way. Hopefully we walk away completely healthy. We do send our cares out to Selinsgrove, and, of course, their kicker who left the game with an injured knee. It looked like we hope that was not as serious as it looked, and we think and hope that he's back and kicking, because he is one deadly weapon, Rumberger, for the Seals.
And that's really what you need coming into the district playoffs and getting into the finals, because 3 points or a point here, a point there makes a difference. And with his kicking ability, the way it looked tonight, is he can kick a field goal from any place on the field. Yeah,
I mean, he's really a weapon. So you want to hope for him. I mean, it's not often that the Seals have seen district play like this, and not often they've come in with such a good team and such a head of steam and favored to win so many games. So I hope he's okay. On our part, we'll see you all on Friday night, wherever it may be. Hopefully it is here. If it is, we'll set that stage again for 700 and go for it again, depending on who we're playing. And this begins really the start of the next season. This is the second season going here. You're going to have 5 games, and if you win all 5, you take the trophy home from midfield at Hershey, and that's what we have done before. We were there so close last year, and we fully expect to be there again this year. So with that thought in mind, for WKMC TV 13, the broadcasting arm of Mount Carmel Area High School, I'm going to say good night. I am Warren Altamar.
And Wayne Brokenshire.